let's see here. All right, so you finished watching View, and I was looking at stuff on the Breakfast Club.
Okay.
So everybody's back. Angela Yee this is it for her.
I was going to say, when is she leaving?
She's been leaving. This is the longest exodus that, according to Charlemagne, that anybody has ever seen in the history of television.
You told me she was going to do her own show.
Yeah, she's been leaving.
So,
but this is it.
You think they were waiting for the end of the year?
I think they're waiting for the end of the year.
Okay.
And she had Cardi B came on there and said goodbye to her, and they asked Cardi B if she would co-host for a little bit. So that's probably what I think they're going to be
bringing in guest co-hosts.
I think they're going to be bringing in celebrities to co-host. So we'll see. We'll see how they do it, but. Let's see what happens here. So they started off with who?
Last day or two. And my mama kept saying, "Hey, turn to CNN. They're talking about Nancy Pelosi's replacement. Hakeem
that black guy?
Hakeem Jeffries. Look at very intelligent guy. Okay. Very intelligent.
She don't know nothing about that man. All she knows he's black.
He speaks very intelligent.
Well, what you want him to talk like?
No, some people. He speaks good English.
Yeah,
he speaks good.
My mother told this white man, we was in Africa. Was it in South Africa?
Yeah. No, we were in England. We were in
Paris?
Italy.
Oh, Italy. And we were sitting on a boat or something. And the man was talking and she said...
He had a British accent.
He was from Britain or England. And she said, you speak good English. And he said, I'm from England. I was like,
speak good English here.
He probably was like, you dumb
That's
Negro.
where it originated from.
You dumb old colored lady. He probably was thinking colored lady.
You speak good English. Okay. I guess
I should. I'm from England. All right, go ahead. What started on?
Pretty much let Whoopi kind of like introduce the good news for once in our whole politics.
It's nice actually to get some good news out of D.C. these days. But yesterday, New York Representative Hakeem Jeffries was elected as the first black party leader in Congress. I mean, he says he's committed to working across the aisle, but of course, he'll push against the extremist views. I mean, everything is starting to feel like we might actually be able to have conversations again about what we can do to make the country better. I think he's one of those kids. He's not a kid, he's a man.
He's young, he's 52.
He's a kid.
I've known Hakeem and I went to college together.
Oh, yes.
So we're good friends.
Oh.
And
Was she good friends with him?
They went to college.
Oh, okay.
So she knows him very well.
All right.
Very good choice for this position.
Okay.
I hope he continues on how Nancy is. Nancy
they didn't like her.
I don't care if they like her or not, but she didn't play.
But I mean, you talking about the Democrats or
both sides?
Oh, okay.
Both sides. That he don't.
You mean he's in the middle like Nancy? Because she wasn't totally left.
Exactly.
That's why they didn't.
He
didn't
would
really
definitely
like her.
be neutral. I mean, people gonna find mistakes.
Right.
They gonna find a reason to complain.
Right. That's why. But he's not far left like Sonny.
No.
So Sonny gonna have to complain about her friends.
So I don't know. So he's the middleman to be on to listen to both sides. He's very intelligent. He got a backbone. He's not gonna be jelly back. He probably would be a little real.
Okay.
But they talked about him being the first black elected in this role to work with both parties. Of course, Sonny Bragg, because they went to school together. She said one thing: he represents a younger generation. They got on the subject of a lot of the people being put in office now. They need to start representing the young voters are really part of why we're moving forward with a lot of things and people in positions and whatever.
People only care if they have numbers. If they got numbers, then people care.
But one of the things that Whoopi was glad that he did speak and he did mention in his speech, what she wanted what's her name, the Ortez girl, mention people that you looked up to. He mentioned Shirley Chisholm and others that they made a way for us. I'm climbing the backs of them. Right. That's all Whoopi said she wanted Ortiz. A lot of young people come in. They're the first ones there. And
they do that in everything. Like even they was talking about with music. They was saying how they the younger rappers disrespect the older rappers.
What is wrong with them?
They call them irrelevant and stuff, and it's like irrelevant. You wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for them.
Exactly.
I think what it is they have a different definition of what the word irrelevant means. Like they think when we say somebody is relevant or irrelevant, I think they think this generation thinks what's in. I think like being like what you're gonna do for years later. They think about this is a right now generation. In the moment, right now. This is what I want.
I had to even say to one of my cousins about voting.
They don't think of that.
He wasn't gonna vote, and I said, do you not know how many people have died?
Yeah, they don't for aspirations and everything on people who they gonna forget about it. 2 second attention span, shiny object. It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? I understand how they feel like living right now versus trying to like think ahead because things change so much and you can't really hang your hat on what's gonna happen next year. The fact we voted for Trump. You know what I'm saying? He became the president.
Well, they're tired of that same old politician.
Yeah.
And politicians have become like the same as when people talk negative about lawyers.
Yeah, that's why they'll vote for Kanye for president.
Yeah,
they don't think about
something new.
They don't think about the fact that
there were younger people like a Kanye who do have some background or some knowledge of what they're going to do when they do go take an office. Well, but I like them to be hip as well, too, because they got a whole new way of looking at stuff.
We asking for too much.
Joy did mention that this is good. This move with Hakeem being in there is good because she knows that the large percent of voters have been Black women.
Yeah.
And Sonny even pointed out 80%, Joy said, 60% of those are young people.
Okay.
So they're just glad that there's fresh young, a younger, I should say.
Exciting.
Alyssa said her party has to get caught up with that. They don't have a good representation.
They have some young. Yeah, they have some young people. They
have some. Yeah.
They always look. Every time you see a young Republican, they always look square looking.
I know.
They have on glasses, and
I thought
I'm part of the young Republican.
Megan would have been a good one, but they split so it's hard to really tell what side they're on if they are running for if they are a Republican Party representative. But
I already told you both parties suck, in my opinion.
Well, all the parties suck, right. But you want still some fresh new ideals, and then of course keep the older people on there as wisdom,
right? And
they can learn from each other.
Okay,
but that was it for that.
That's it with him.
So all right, Hakeem. Is it Hakeem?
Hakeem. My mom says he speaks well. I should. I'm from England.
Hakeem Jeffries.
Lisa says, "Hey, Soror." Hey, Lisa.
What's up, Soror?
All right, here we go. Oh, Fantasia's
Fantasia.
Yeah, they celebrate
100 years for them.
Yeah, so they congratulations, Sigma Gamma Rho.
Blue and gold.
Fantasia's now an honorary member, Sigma Gamma Rho.
Got it.
All right, what's this next one?
This next one is just real brief.
We're not Sigma Gamma Rho, just in case people want to know.
Yeah, we're blue and white family. The news, because you was asking when we were doing the thumbnail who these two ladies were, and I said one is the Prime Minister of New Zealand, and the other one is the Prime Minister of Finland.
And why do we care about them?
Well, here's the thing: they, the View gonna make a topic on anything. So they were talking about a question that one of the news reporters had asked, which was kind of stupid. I think they're showing it. Let's see.
Right, let's see.
We even understand it.
Young leaders taking charge, and yesterday, New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern and Finland's PM Sanna Marin had a meeting and had to school a reporter for his stupid questions. Take a look.
A lot of people will be wondering, are you two meeting just because, you're similar in age and, got a lot of, common stuff there, when you got into politics and stuff? Or can Kiwis actually expect to see more deals between our two countries down the line? Because
my first question is, I wonder whether or not anyone ever asked Barack Obama and John Key if they met because they were of similar age. We, of course, have a higher proportion of men in politics. It's reality. Because two women meet, it's not simply because of their gender.
Yeah, we are meeting because we are prime ministers.
Yeah, I mean...
What is he? He should have just said, I want to know, both of you are attractive. Are you going to have a pillow fight? Is that going to be pajamas?
The View went
somewhere in there.
The View went to town on this one.
Are you guys going to?
You doing your pedicures together?
Are you guys going to do each other's hair? I noticed you both have long hair.
Yes.
Are you going to
same hairdresser?
Curl hairstyles together? Is that why you're meeting? Is that perhaps?
And the other one had to say, we're prime ministers. That's why we're meeting. You knucklehead. And Sunny was a little taken off because she said our country is really kind of behind with women in office.
Oh, yeah.
Other countries, prime ministers, queens, you think they should be used to it.
Our country would be asking them why they have a pantsuit on.
Well,
like they did
Hillary Clinton. A stupid reporter is everywhere. There's stupid reporters in every country. But that was a sexist question.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I noticed you both have
the same colored suits.
Are you coming together for fashion design?
Is it Prada? Maybe.
Perhaps. It must be some other reason other than you're prime minister of two countries.
Joy said somebody had asked. I don't know if it was Joy or Anna. Whoever brought this up. Someone in the audience asked Vice President. Oh, it was Anna. Kamala Harris. Why she wears the same suit, same color suits all the time. And Kamala was that was her answer was, I really don't have time to color coordinate my jewelry and my shoes and all of that.
Sorry.
I have to run a country.
I have a question for you, Vice President.
Yes.
I noticed
not matching.
You are a black.
You're wearing that same suit all the time.
You have the same hairstyle. No, normally.
Shouldn't you change your necklace?
Most black women I know, you had changed your hairstyle at least once a week. You've had the same hairstyle.
You're not wearing braids.
Oh my God!
Joy said Nancy Pelosi though she matched. Her mask was matching her outfits. Some women do have time to match.
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi wasn't playing.
But Anna said they don't ask the men that. And Sonny brought up a point that it was some person that was wearing a suit every time, the same suit. Nobody even noticed.
Well, because he's a man.
Why didn't I say? I noticed that way. With the same blue suit and red tie.
President Biden, I have a question for you. I noticed that you've worn the same brown shoes for at least a month now. Is there someone to coordinate what you're wearing?
They don't say that.
Perhaps your wife could help you. It's so stupid.
That's what they were saying all about that. Because you're going to question these two women, prime ministers of their country.
Prime ministers. Are you going to meet and perhaps tickle each other tonight? All the men in the audience should know about.
Yes, thank you.
Stupid.
Thank you, but I just had to put that out there because you see sometimes it's a double standard.
Yeah,
like women are not asked questions. I mean, men are not asked questions about their hair.
But you know what? They would do it if it was two black guys.
What you think?
If it was like Obama and another one, are you guys going to play basketball tonight?
When you leave,
perhaps throw the ball around. Perhaps.
And Obama.
I know both of you are athletic.
And Obama probably would have been nice and said, "No, we don't have the same like."
Is Michelle cooking ribs tonight, perhaps? And the other wife, the other black man.
What are you doing for fruit?
Is your wife bringing the macaroni and cheese? Are you guys having some type of cookout on the lawn that we don't know about?
But you know what? There is a moment that news reporters do have stupid questions.
Yeah.
And I just like to see how these people respond to them.
But they did good. We meeting together because we're prime ministers.
You knucklehead.
Of two countries.
Yes. So that I had to throw that in there.
That was a good one.
Okay.
Dumb, stupid.
Pantyhose.
Excuse me.
Exchanging pantyhose vendors.
Are you guys going to talk about where you get your pantyhose?
You're the same
from?
age.
Perhaps.
Does one dye her hair and the other one's natural? I mean, come on, man.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So yesterday we talked about Shaquilla Robinson, right? Yeah. And this girl,
the people that allegedly had.
The girl who was arrested, supposed to be.
Yeah. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry in to get our best deals of the season.
Or not. They saying that story might be false.
Oh my goodness.
So fact
I
check.
can't put that much trust in the police department.
Fact check says articles claim arrest made in Shaquilla Robinson murder case. Officials have issued an arrest warrant for one of the people on the trip, but some articles are stating that the person has been arrested. As Shaquilla Robinson's family continues to search for answers in the death of their daughter, some are claiming a suspect has been arrested in the case. The 25-year-old Charlotte woman mysteriously died while on vacation with a group of friends in Mexico. Officials have issued an arrest warrant for one of the people on the trip, but some articles are stating that the person has been arrested. So they're saying this news company saying that they're not saying it's not true, but they're not saying it's true. They're saying that they cannot prove that this is true. So as of right now,
that she was really arrested.
It's alleged that this Dejanay Jackson was arrested.
Oh.
Now I'm hearing still from other places that the story is true. They just can't verify it. So none of the news outlets are reporting it.
Okay.
Because they want to verify to make sure if you're a reputable news or organization, you want to make sure the information that you're putting out is correct.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's where they are now on this one.
Okay.
I personally think, not knowing anything about the intricacies of this thing,
because they can arrest
I
her.
think she is. We haven't heard from her. We haven't heard from
her lawyer or something.
We haven't heard from her.
They can arrest her, but she don't have to say anything.
We haven't heard from her. We haven't heard from her family. No cousin, no friend.
Maybe they're asking them to be quiet.
A dog, anybody. The landlord,
like dog that goes
the nosy neighbor Agnes that lives across the street. Nobody has said any. Where's Dejanay at? That's why I happen to believe it's true. That's why I think it's true. It may not be.
And even the other people in the party that it was
exactly
because this police department is kind of shady as well.
Exactly.
So we'll see.
We'll see what's going on.
Okay.
Oh, our sister Bonnie popped up.
Hey,
Bonnie said,
sis.
"Yes." She got some nerve being on
talk to you tonight.
talking us on here
because you got on her about not knowing that we were,
and she's supposed to be on here
calling
with
us while we're live.
It's the Woods Report. She's supposed to be on here.
Well, we got to figure out how we doing that platform.
Yeah, so don't be talking about yep in the comments. Yep. Yeah, some nerve.
Okay.
That's our younger sister, Bonnie.
One of our younger
All right,
sisters.
so that's the latest on that.
Okay, go ahead.
So we don't know. It's allegedly.
And we won't be surprised, you guys, if it's not true.
Yeah.
Like I said, that police department is a little shady.
Yeah, so we don't know. We hope it's true.
Because they can't rush to they still got to do things by the law, or whatever their law
right.
is.
We hope it's true. Everything we said yesterday that's going to happen to her when she goes to a Mexican prison is true.
Okay.
Whether it's now or when she does get arrested or whenever any of them get arrested, everything we said is true.
We said one of the things we said is she won't have her hair.
She won't have her fake hair and all of
with her.
that stuff. All right, here we go. So we don't know. So they still trying to, figure that out.
Okay, what's up with
Al Roker?
Is he back in the hospital?
Back in the hospital.
That's not good. He had blood clot situation.
Al Roker back in the hospital after complications from those darn blood clots.
So they're still giving him problems.
His colleague, Hoda, mentioned on air Thursday morning that it was wonderful hosting the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade last week, but we all missed that Al could have been with us.
Yeah.
The famed Today weatherman missed the event for the first time in 27 years.
Yep.
He was recovering from a blood clot in his leg having traveled to his lungs.
Lord have mercy.
Hoda said on Thursday that due to some complications, Roker was back in the hospital and he's in very good care.
Okay.
He's resting and his doctors are keeping a close eye on him.
I think.
Al and his family want everybody to know how grateful they are for all the love, the support, and well wishes. I can't say her last name. I just say Hoda. Hoda said she and their colleague, Craig, had FaceTime with Roker, and when they were at the parade, and he gave us a big thumbs up.
Okay.
So it looks like this is more of
they probably
maybe he had a little bit of complications and he had to go back
in. You want to keep him. I don't know if because I know after my surgery they made me stay little more days because of possible
and he
blood
left.
clots.
See, now he got to go back.
Yeah, they wanted to make sure that I was not going to have blood clots after the surgery.
Yeah. So let's go with Michael Vick, who y'all know I love Michael Vick.
One of our favorites.
Michael Vick, if that situation had not happened to Michael Vick.
With the dog fighting stuff.
Michael Vick would be the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah.
Michael Vick revolutionized the way
out in that. Yeah.
No, he is not the first one to run and all of that.
Right.
But he is the fusion of the black NFL quarterback.
We talked about that yesterday. Remember? You talked about all of the, and that's not on the, maybe not here, but when we were talking private about all of these black NFL quarterbacks.
Yes.
Because back in the day, we would look for a black quarterback. It was very rarely you saw one. But now, Chicago has one, and Michael Vick was one. And
SMAC Productions and FUBU Studios are set to co-produce an 8-part documentary series on the evolution of the black quarterback in America. The docuseries will feature former quarterback Michael Vick in conversation with former and current football players and coaches, including Mahomes, Cam Newton, Tony Dungy, remember him?
Yes.
Andy Reid, and Doug Williams. Vick will also speak with celebrities, journalists, and cultural figures about their perspective of the game and the evolving culture.
Yes.
Now, we were talking about earlier about how we want the young people to kind of say whose shoulders they stood on. When people give you all these compliments,
right.
He does.
Oh, good.
He says, I'm excited to be part of this project because as a kid, I just wanted to have a shot at playing in the National Football League. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would be the first African-American quarterback drafted number one.
Yes.
I know that was a big step for us in society, Vick said in a statement. I was also told that I revolutionized the quarterback position, but I also like to give credit to the ones who I idolized as a kid and who paved the way, like Randall Cunningham, Steve McNair, and Donovan McNabb.
Yes.
When you look at the evolution of the black quarterback, it's because of the people that came before us. And now I'm thankful for that they didn't know whether he was going to throw, or whether he was going to run, whether he was going to catch the ball, whether he...
So
I remember watching one game, and I still remember this to this day. That game was so good. I felt like I was watching Michael Jordan on the football field. The guys that was playing against him, they were like this. They were so upset. That was when Michael Vick was in his prime.
Yes. Before that situation.
Michael Vick would have been the greatest quarterback of all time had he not gone to jail for that dog
fighting. When is this docuseries gonna air?
It doesn't say.
Next year sometime maybe.
It doesn't say. So it must be coming out. We don't know. Keep be on the lookout for it.
Okay. Thank you. All right, Michael Vick. We've been talking about you and all the other black quarterbacks.
And you have to give McNabb, Donovan McNabb, and McNair and all of them.
Yes.
You got to give them their props. But Michael Vick. I still love Michael Vick, so if y'all don't know.
Okay.
All right, staying in the world of sports, LeBron James.
What is LeBron talking about?
Well, LeBron is right, but you know.
What can you
LeBron James disappointed by lack of questions about 1957 Jerry Jones photo. Now, you know Jerry Jones is the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, right? Says media were quick to ask him about Kyrie Irving. Remember, I talked about that. We talked about they always hold black men at a higher standard than they do anybody else.
Thank you.
And they talk about if they do anything wrong, it's spread out through every media thing. But if anybody that's any other color does something, you never hear about it.
Goes under the
They
rug.
bury the story.
They tried to bury Brett Favre's story.
But we kept it going.
Keep it going.
And we're going to keep this going.
Yes.
After answering questions about the Los Angeles Lakers room with a query of his own.
Okay.
Why, James wanted to know, had he not been asked about a photograph that recently surfaced showing Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones at the age of 14. Now, remember, the man probably 100 now, but this is at the age of 14. Peering over a crowd of white students who were attempting to block 6 black students from entering the doors of North Little Rock High School.
He was part of that Little Rock.
He was. Remember, we always ask, where are the white people?
My favorite.
We always ask that.
You guys,
why are these people in the picture and are they alive now?
My family can talk about me and tease me all the time.
She always
asks. When I look at these old black and whites and the pictures my mom and them would show, and you see angry white people doing this.
You said, where are they now?
I said, I wonder if they still living. What are they doing? Are they secretaries? Are they owners of companies?
Yeah.
Are they pastors of churches doing this and raising their fingers and using the guns to point at it?
Well, now we know one of them is the owner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Shame.
I got one question.
Black and black people.
This is LeBron. I got one question for you guys before you guys leave.
Okay.
I was thinking when I was on my way over here, I was wondering why I haven't gotten a question from you guys about the Jerry Jones photo. James said. But when the Kyrie Irving thing was going on, you guys was quick to ask us questions about that.
Yeah.
So all I want to know is, it doesn't mean that Jerry Jones is the same way, even though he don't have no black quarterback and never probably ever will. But we'll forget that and put that to the side. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, he's not, racist or prejudice. He doesn't think like that anymore.
Okay.
He needs to answer, though. Answer, why was you in a picture when you was 14 years old yelling at black kids trying to get into a school?
Even
if it's to help other people who are prejudiced come over
felt the way you
come
did.
back and say, I don't think like that anymore.
No, I learned. As a kid, I was really stupid and immature and thought this, and this. And
answer the question.
Yeah. So
that's that one.
Boy, your seeds you plant, even years later, they'll come find you.
Thank you.
We don't put a time frame on things we've done in the past that's been ugly and not said some stuff. It's going to come back and kick us right in the butt.
So that's what we want to know. Jerry Jones, we want you to ask or answer the question on why your little bullet head was in a photo yelling at black kids or peering over, looking angry as some black kids trying to go to school.
When they were desegregating the schools.
Yeah, exactly.
I always wonder when I see those pictures.
Where are those people now?
Those ones doing this.
So we know Jerry Jones is one of them. So he should at least answer that question.
Yeah.
And I agree with LeBron. Why they don't ask him about that?
No, they don't.
So
okay, good one.
Wendy says hello, beautiful stars.
Hey, lady. Hey.
And Linda with the Y says hello, ladies.
Hey, Linda.
All right, y'all.
But that's a good question. That's a good point. And then two people need to understand, we are open to the fact that people do change.
Now, Jones, when asked about the 65-year-old photograph, because we want to give the full story, told reporters last week that he was merely present as a curious onlooker and did not engage in any discrimination against the black students. I didn't know at the time the monumental event really that was going on, Jones said. I'm sure glad that we're a long way from that. I am. That would remind me to just continue to do everything we can to not have those kinds of things happen. James grew up in, they talking about LeBron James. Okay. Now, Jerry Jones, you're not that old and you're not that stupid. Don't tell me you didn't know what was going on when you see that
growl, you'll growl. Get out of here, you black person.
Right. And let's just say, for the sake of argument, that he was not glaring. He just had an ugly face.
Right.
You didn't know what was going on? Saying people yelling, go back to Africa, get out of here, we don't want to.
Come in here.
I'm going to get rid of you, I'm going to kill you. You just some stupid 14-year-old boy standing there going, what's going on?
Oh, good and well, y'all didn't want none of them black kids in your school.
Hey guys, what's going on?
What are you guys doing? You keeping them from coming in? Why?
I'm just trying to get into school here. I don't know what's going on.
They should be able to come in. What you think?
Get out of here, Jerry. You're not that old.
I love it.
So he would again
take ownership.
I don't understand understand when people get caught in stuff.
Yeah.
Why they don't just say,
Just be transparent.
I didn't know, I was stupid.
No, I said I'm didn't
better
know
now.
and I was wrong.
I didn't yell anything, but I was complacent.
Yes.
I wasn't trying to get them in there
because I was afraid I'll get beat up or something.
I didn't know what was going on.
Something to let us know you're human. Really?
Boy, you live long enough, don't you? Things come back and haunt
He's that
you.
much older than me.
65-year-old photograph. The photograph is older than you.
The fact that it's surfaced.
Anything done in the dark, don't it come back?
Yes, it do. Yes, it do.
And now, Mr. Jerry Jones, when we see black quarterbacks sitting there in college waiting to be drafted, and we don't see you, who needs a quarterback, don't push to get a good black quarterback, we're all going to remember that picture.
We're going to have to always remember that photo. Are you still feeling that way, Mr. Jones? Are you still feeling that way?
So now we got to go to the extreme. Everybody on the team going to be black.
Yes.
The people in the stands going to be black. Right. Everybody's black. Everybody's black now.
I got to clear this up.
Yeah.
I don't want people to feel that way. Oh,
everybody's black now.
So, okay.
So there
All
you
right,
go.
LeBron.
So thank you for saying that,
Thank
LeBron.
you, LeBron.
Now, whether anything happens with it or not,
it may
we don't
not
know.
go nowhere. They're called white privilege.
Well, let's stay on athletes. Dwyane Wade slams his ex-wife.
Is that her?
Yeah. What is it? Nonsensical? Mm-hmm. Like nonsense.
Nonsensical. Okay.
Attempt to block Zaya's name change. Okay. Now, you know his son is transgendering.
Right.
To be a girl.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And the wife, the ex-wife, who's the mother of Zaya, is a Christian, and she doesn't believe in that.
Okay. And she has,
she feels like Gabrielle and Dwyane are pushing this on Zaya
on to be free and do what you feel,
and she feels like she's been cut out of the whole conversation.
Now, the name change is a problem because I know they were talking about the surgery. That was a big issue.
To me, that's cut and dry.
To me, that's
you don't get any surgery until you grown.
Hold up until you out on your own.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer for me.
No, under my care, no.
Yeah. So it says Dwyane Wade hit back at his ex-wife. I don't know her name. Maybe Slavon. What is it? No, that's not Slavon. It's spelled it's another word. It's spelled like that, but y'all know what I'm talking about. It's the way you say they word.
S-L-O-V?
Yeah, it's not Slavon.
H-A-U-G-H-N.
Nonsensical attempt to block their daughter Zaya's name and gender change in a new court filing Monday.
Okay.
The retired NBA player advocated for Zaya's right to live more comfortably and honestly in all aspects of her life. In other words, Zaya wants to change. Let me tell you why Zaya wants to change her name.
Okay. What is Zaya's name for real? Her board name?
I don't know.
Okay.
Zaya wants to change the name for real. They already call her Zaya, so we've already done that in the world of media.
I like that suit he got on.
Well, he's fashion forward.
I know he is.
Dwyane Wade's don't always wear stuff.
That's true.
But whatever. And Zaya's fashion person, so she probably gets it from him. She wants to be able, because she's getting ready to start driving on her driver's license. She wants to be able to put her instead of him. She wants to be able, when she applies for college, to put female instead of male.
Okay.
So anything
and
now.
And the thing is to that, let me say this in short, you really don't have to put that anymore.
You don't have to put anything.
That's optional.
Exactly.
Your race is optional. Your sex is optional. You don't have to put that.
Right.
Okay.
So,
okay.
And if there is a conversation, why am I not included in it?
Yeah, I'm your mom. I had you. I carried you.
And as long as Zaya is young, underage, in my opinion, both parents need to sign off on it.
Yeah, that's true.
It can't be one parent saying, "Well, this is what I want," and then the other parent can't say, "Well, I don't want that."
They have to be really careful with that too, because that kid is still in the middle of both. Yeah, and her what's her gender is wanting to be a she, right? Yeah, she's already battling that, and wants to be known and seen and heard, what she's feeling inside of what she
so I
is.
go both go both ways.
That's an underage thing, and parents, kids still have to follow parents.
So Wendy says when you're 18 years old, you're not grown, you're legal.
Right.
Hopefully,
Is when you turn 18,
you can make whatever decision.
You want to. As of now,
and legally you can.
Yeah, as of now, you're living underage, and your
filing concluded. While it certainly would have been preferable for Zaya's mother, to be supportive of this important part of Zaya's journey, Zaya should not be forced to put her life on hold while she waits for her mom to acknowledge and accept her truth. Now, Funches, 41, accused Wade in court documents earlier this month of pressuring their child to move forward with the name and gender change in order to capitalize on the financial opportunities. Now, I'm starting to feel like she might not be wrong, because by her being the mom,
okay,
because by her moving forward, she has a lot of deals.
With
clothing lines and modeling and a lot of other stuff.
But does that matter though?
But I don't think that matters
with that, whether your name is Zayas or not.
And I think too, in my opinion, we already call her Zaya.
Yeah.
In the media.
Yeah.
The media already looks at her as him as a her.
Yeah.
So we've already in our minds clicked it on that the transition has gone.
Right.
By you changing it on a piece of paper,
it doesn't matter.
That doesn't do anything.
Yeah, some people feel that way with but no, I'm just saying the name change. Yeah, if you're already identifying as that,
yeah,
you have to make it legal to make.
And
you
then
you feel differently because it's now legal.
And then to say that you're hindering her, I feel like Dwyane Wade and Gabrielle are putting the Zaya against each other, the two parents against each other, because it looks like we're supportive, but your mom's not. So if it was up to us, we would let you, but your mom doesn't want. And I think that's a problem that a lot of divorced people or people that's raising kids separate, when you do that, then you mess up. It's not a united front. When you go behind those doors and talk, nobody knows which one is saying no and yes.
How do you deal with one parent one parent is looking at this from a spiritual point in faith, and the other one isn't?
That's what I'm saying.
So that unequally yoked situation, because they're not together anymore, now it's starting to hit home.
Yep.
Because you both have different opinions on the decision that your child and what your child is feeling.
But you have, because look at what Kanye West and Kim. Yeah. Kanye said, I don't want nor having a TikTok and all this other stuff.
Right.
So Kim had to listen to that. So now she puts Nor on her TikTok. But he could easily monitor. But she had to talk to him to get that. Because he could easily say, I don't want her even on your TikTok. I don't want any of my kids on any TV program, TikTok, Facebook, anything. And it's nothing she can do about it. These are public kids, Kanye.
Yeah.
So if you don't do it, you know, like I know, and she probably had this,
do it.
Or you know, like I know, she probably told him, the press is going to kill them trying to get pictures of them.
Exactly.
Like they did
Princess Diana.
So you got to give some leeway here.
Tragedy was from that.
Exactly. So she probably had that conversation with him.
Yeah, this is a tough one, because even Gabrielle, even in the movie that she's in now, she's a very strong advocate for the LGBTQ community and in general. So that was one of the questions they asked her on The View the other day. How do you get into the mind of the mom?
Thank you.
Who is totally against her gay son and why he feels that way, or whatever her reasons are. And she had to get into that character because she's such a strong advocate on the other end. So I can see she and Dwyane kind of egging her on. Right. Be free, be yourself.
And the mom
like Jada and Will Smith do with their kids.
Exactly.
If you want to wear a skirt, son, wear a skirt.
When you listen to Jada and Will's ex-wife talk, they went through that.
Yes.
And Jada had to back off because she said, hold on, that's my son.
That's my son.
I don't care how you raise your two.
Yeah.
But my son not going to be raised like that.
This is my son with this man.
And Jada says she backed off.
Yes.
And Gabrielle, in my opinion, needs to back off. This has nothing to do with her.
Zaya, but Zaya.
This is between Dwyane Wade, and his ex-wife and Zaya.
The parents of Zaya.
Gabrielle shouldn't be saying nothing about this.
So with this being said, Kim, what do you think? Zaya's is what, 15, 16?
I don't know. How
She's
old
at
is
an age now. They're teenagers.
She yeah.
Y'all know who have teenagers. Teenagers can be really rebellious, and
Yep.
they could be rebellious and defiant.
Yeah.
If they feel like somebody is keeping them from being themselves.
Well, Wendy said saying.
Yes.
That's why if you have kids with somebody, and we don't have kids, so I'm just throwing this out because I don't want to hear comments that we don't have kids.
You understand.
But in my opinion, if you have kids with somebody and y'all not together anymore, y'all need to meet behind the scenes and talk about stuff.
How y'all gonna
You
deal
can't
with
be
this?
like, well, I wanted you to go, but your dad doesn't want you to go. It needs to come back with, you can't go. Why? Because we talked about it and you can't go.
Right.
That's it. But if you be like, every time you want to go, I say yes, but your dad always says no, they're going to end up resenting their dad.
Now, playing devil's advocate, if I'm even using the right word, because I have bad analogies. Looking at the mom of Zaya's, okay, what is your motive?
If she's a Christian?
No, aside from your faith.
Okay.
Your faith is you and God. Your
control.
What is your motive to not want your son who is saying he's a girl?
Control.
I feel like you need to sit back and think about this, because even allowing sometimes freedom to let somebody become free later, hopefully your prayers is getting strong, my sister.
But see, I think
you're gonna be in the prayer closet, my sister.
It's control,
but don't control your child.
I think it's control, not so much control the child.
What is it?
I think she
the
feels
decision
like
of her child.
She's losing control. Like it's almost like if you know you the parent gonna always say no or whatever,
right? You
can still ask me. You don't have to. Don't just make decisions and not ask.
Say no though.
But I'm saying to not ask me. You're kind of like
want
saying,
to always be
include me,
even though you may not agree with it or something.
And also too include her and say why she feels the way she feels.
Yeah.
She should be having a conversation with Zaya.
Thank you. Zaya may come sit. Ma, I really like this. Ma, I love modeling. Ma, they're not pushing me to do this.
Do these people not talk off camera?
Are you talking to your daughter? Are you talking to getting inside of her and getting inside her feelings and her heart and where her spirit is?
Yeah.
Don't just do surface talk or what you feel on paper should be this way because of how your faith is. You got to be careful with that.
Wendy says, would you support him? For me personally, I don't have any kids. I'm just talking like somebody who don't have any kids.
Here's the question for you.
I would.
Wendy, if you don't support them, what is the thing then? What is the answer to that?
And then we also got to look at what does the word support mean?
Yes.
You can love your child,
but not agree.
But not necessarily say I agree with that lifestyle.
The decisions you're making, yes.
And also me, yes. I don't have to be a person that is negative in your life because I don't agree with your lifestyle.
Right.
But I also don't have to egg it on.
Thank you. I'm not going to.
If I don't agree. Now, if I agree, then we in.
If I don't
I go shopping with you and everything.
Right.
But if I don't agree, don't expect me to go shopping with you and pick out, outfits for you as a girl. I had a boy.
Yeah.
That's who I had, and if that's what I believe in my spirituality.
Yeah.
I believe you will always be a boy.
But I love you.
Exactly.
I love you regardless of how you feel you should be or where you are as far as your identity and your gender.
And Wendy says maybe she's afraid he will go to hell. That's what we're saying. If you
but that's
have
not the decision she can make though for him.
But you also have to look at that's in any aspect of your child's life.
Yes.
Your child could be a hoe.
Or a drug addict.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not just we classify
or a gangbanger.
Exactly. We classify what we consider sin. And be like, well, this is worse than that.
My
and that's
son
worse
is
than this.
and he's hurting people and violating women.
And don't think that all Christians think alike. Not every Christian thinks that's sin. But the ones who do, I agree with you, Wendy, she could be thinking, this is going to send him to hell.
Oh, I'm losing him.
Wendy, it's not a decision she can make for him, but fear is fear. Yes.
Yeah.
I think she's allowed to have the fear.
Yes. And you're always going to be like that with your kids.
I think she's allowed to have the fear. I think she's allowed to be disappointed, but she's not allowed to not love her child, and she's not allowed to not support him in a sense to where she's not a hindrance.
Yes.
Like every time your child come over, you don't want to hear negative, like, how dare you? You got to go to hell. You're this, that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's not, you're not helping.
Right.
Versus like Lenore said, you need to be in your prayer closet and you need to be praying. If that's what you believe.
And you need, for anything that your kid is getting involved with, not just this identity,
It's
gender
anything.
anything they're involved in.
Yes. But for me personally, I'm more liberal minded. I don't care. I feel like I just want you to be happy. As long as you're not hurting nobody and you happy, I'm good. When you are miserable and you make everybody's life around you miserable and you go to school and shoot that up and you end up going to Walmart and laying out that boy who went to not Walmart, the one that went to the LGBTQ, and the first thing his father says is thank God he wasn't gay.
Really?
When you grow up like that and then you end up having kids that go to places like that and do that, I'd rather have you just keep it quiet, keep it to yourself, and say I love you.
Maybe that, like I said yesterday, maybe a lot of people should go see that movie, The Inspection.
Oh, with Gabrielle Union?
With Gabrielle Union.
Let's see.
Not liking her son because of his choice. Of being,
Let's see. Wendy says he may start to hate her. Yeah. That's why you got to be, the way it is now, I can see him starting to hate her. Because it looks like she's against it and Dwyane Wade is for it.
He's free. He wants the freedom of his child. He wants his child to choose and
he
make the
looks like the
decision.
good guy and the mom looks like the bad person.
Dad's letting me do what I feel like doing.
Yeah, so it's a tough situation.
Love covers. She got to continue to love regardless of the decision that her son and daughter is making.
God loves us, and we're stupid.
We're messy. Our righteousness is that
that you think you're supposed to do is still not good enough.
Be nasty and
as far as in God's eyes, you're still not.
Thank you, because
what we believe is because of the grace of God and because of the blood of Jesus.
Yes,
that's what He sees.
He looks beyond my faults and
saw my needs.
Yes.
We don't judge people like that.
So we're praying for that family.
Exactly.
Zayas and everybody.
Exactly.
Okay.
Wendy says our righteousness is like that of filthy rags. Exactly.
Thank you, Wendy. Yeah, we preaching, girl.
We preaching.
Okay.
Quit looking at everybody else. And then the same people that look at everybody else and judge everybody else, no love.
They got
still got issues in their own heart.
Yes.
Angry.
Yes.
Still got things they need to take care of. So take care of that. Spend the rest of your time on earth taking care of that.
Specializations.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Right. And leave everybody else's life alone.
Yeah. Work out your own salvation.
Work out your own salvation. Make sure you make it.
Yes.
Instead of trying to look at what somebody else
said. I preach Christ and I myself be a castaway. And you preaching Christ and ain't got no pastor label or nothing. Ain't nobody, God told you to say nothing. You ain't even a shepherd. I can understand a shepherd. Somebody who God says, feed my people. I'm giving this word to you to tell them. You ain't nobody. Shut up. Nobody wants to hear what you got to say. Because God didn't tell you to tell them that.
Oh, wow.
And right. If it's not motivated by love.
And if it's not motivated by love.
Yes, love covers. Thank you, Lord.
All right,
Thank
let me
you
go
for
on.
your love.
Right.
Okay.
I'm just thinking of all the people that's like gay or whatever, and they live in shame because people make them feel that way, but they don't say nothing about these guys out here sleeping and having 20 kids with 20 women.
Fornicating big time.
They don't say nothing about that. Lying, thieves, steal, kill, gangbangers.
Yes.
They don't care nothing about that.
Pedophiles.
But you care because he likes somebody that's his. Come on. All right, let's keep
thinking
on.
That's worse.
Yeah, thank you.
A person who violates a child will be said, children and seniors.
Yes.
I have no...
she didn't throw animals in there because you know she loved her cats.
Well, no, she didn't say that. She said people who hurt children
and seniors.
I
bet you if you asked her again, she'll throw cats in there or animals. She loves cats. All right, here we go.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, y'all know I'll start going off on the thing if y'all get me going.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Starbucks employee suspended after labeling black woman's cup monkey.
That can't be true. Is this fake news?
Nope, this is real.
How you know?
This is on today. All right, well, let's tell you how it happened.
This kind of stuff you just think
All right,
fake
everybody
news.
relax, and we'll tell you how it happened.
You heard of it?
No, she didn't. Everybody relax and calm
everybody
down.
Relax, okay.
Now, you see the picture there. It says monkey, right?
Is that her last name?
No, we'll go into it.
Get to it, please. Yes.
A Maryland woman is speaking out after a Starbucks barista wrote her name as monkey. while taking her order. Monique Pugh, you know who Monique is, right? Ain't that what's her name?
Okay.
Monique Pugh tells Today that she has been a loyal Starbucks customer for 20 years. On November 19th, she says she visited the location inside the Annapolis, Maryland Mall and ordered a venti caramel frappuccino. The lady at the register asked my name, and I told her.
This is too close to Monique.
And that was it. She said, noting that she used the Starbucks app to pay, and verbally told the woman working her name was Monique.
Okay.
Pugh said it was a long wait for her drink, and she observed that everyone ahead of her was called kind of weird and says, venti caramel frap.
They don't want to say monkey.
Anybody got a venti caramel frappuccino?
You're afraid to say it too.
With whipped cream? Anybody?
Nobody said anything.
Nobody has a venti? What's the name on it? Don't worry about the name. It's a venti. How many venti caramel frappuccinos?
People didn't want to say that.
Anybody in this building has a venti caramel frappuccino?
They want their job. They didn't want to lose their job. They said, "Why are you saying this?"
I have a small. I said venti. Anybody?
Could you have said the name begin with an M? Oh no.
Pugh says she picked up the cup and saw the word monkey on it.
Oh my gosh.
She said, my heart just drops.
But I see the innocence already.
It was one of those in the moment things where your heart just drops.
Oh my God.
And you're just like, what?
Oh my God. Okay, Monique.
Despite the distressing word on her cup, Pugh says she initially just engaged with the nearest barista, a male, to try to get him to fix her drink, which was made incorrectly. She says he was immediately very combative and argumentative. Oh. He and I were going back and forth about whether the drink was made correctly, and then I had to stop myself and realized monkey was written on my cup. Added she was the only black person in the store at the time. Employee. Okay. Why am I the only black person in the store and monkey is written on my cup? Okay. Pugh said the male barista shrugged and told her it was a mistake.
Now see how he replied was even not good. I can see the innocence in this. I'm sorry. But the fact that if she says
the way he replied,
if he replied this way for real, no.
Pugh says the male barista didn't apologize but refunded her for the drink. A Starbucks corporate representative confirms the incident occurred and tells Today.com the employee who took the order had been suspended.
I'm not writing monkey on here, ma'am. I'm sorry. No, put monkey on my drink.
They also say that the store where the incident happened was a franchise, we know that, owned by a company called Impeccable Brands. The Starbucks representative says Impeccable Brands also initiated a third-party investigation and promised additional diversity and inclusion training for staff. Again. Now every employee gonna be black.
Starbucks had problems before. Always. They had a diversity training maybe a year ago. You guys remember that? What was it that something went on in there?
You're right. He adds that the corporate team had reached out directly to apologize for her experience and to have a sit-down meeting. Pugh confirms the regional director had emailed her but had not yet responded as of Wednesday, November 30th, to her note about available dates for a sit-down meeting.
Okay.
Pugh says she left the store the day of the incident and immediately called customer service. She says the general manager of the local store first contacted her and mispronounced her first name, Monique, in a voicemail.
Okay.
This is not a small complaint. It's not like my coffee was cold or I was missing my croissants, she said. And you couldn't even leave a message without mispronouncing my name.
And Monique is
She better
Monique.
be glad he didn't say monkey when he was leaving her the message. Miss Monkey, she says the manager touted his staff's diversity and cited his own Hispanic heritage when saying he understood her frustration.
No, you didn't. You wouldn't call Monkey.
Pugh says he offered to compensate her with a free drink from Starbucks and a free sandwich. I declined it because that offer felt disrespectful, she says. It was disrespectful that he say as a Hispanic male, he understood how that offended me.
Thank you. How you gonna understand as a Hispanic male how monkey is offensive to a black woman? Man, shut up.
She says the store owner confirmed the suspension of the barista, who she believes to be a white and native English speaker, had completed the company's anti-bias training.
Okay.
How we get to the end of this? This story is too long.
Okay.
This whole situation, you really have to speak up because companies, they'll pledge millions to make it seem like they're helping people and minorities. But when something like this comes up, they'll try to sweep it under the rug, she says. It's hypocrisy. That's not okay. All I have to say is that people really need to speak up, especially when they know something is wrong, when they've been disrespected. I think you're right. It could have been an honest mistake. It's
the way they pronounced her name, and
but it was the way they responded.
That is what I'm dealing with here. Is how they responded to that. If any worker sees that, they should immediately go, "Oh, ma'am. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'm so sorry." And we'll talk with the worker. Maybe however they work it out.
Thank you.
Monkey.
Queen Gemini says, "Hi, Woods Report. I didn't know you guys had a podcast. I love your daily nostalgia messages. Thank you." Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
And we do jokes like on Twitter, not Twitter, TikTok and Instagram. So some people don't know we have a podcast.
Oh, okay.
Because we do different things on different mediums.
Okay.
So welcome, Queen. Yeah, we do a
you.
podcast every day, hopefully around 4:00.
Yeah.
Central Time.
Yeah. How they
and
responded.
the fact that the person who grabbed the drink didn't even say it out loud. That means they knew something was wrong with that. Yeah.
Okay.
But she should have, in my opinion,
what?
This is what happens when they said sensitivity training.
Yeah.
When the employee grabbed a drink and saw the word monkey on there, she should have redid that label.
Yeah.
She should have redid the label and just put the Frappuccino Venti whatever, caramel frap milk, whatever, Venti. And said, "Sorry, we don't know whose name this is, but whose drink is this?" That's what she should have did.
Thank you.
Nobody would have known.
And that would have taken how many seconds?
That would have taken a second.
Yeah.
So sensitivity training, I guess that's what they need.
But they had this issue before.
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
And remember you were saying sometimes you hate going in there because they try to carry on a conversation and be so friendly.
I hate going to Starbucks and they all talk to each other and you waiting for your drink.
How's your day been?
Yeah.
So have you done any trips? What you got planned for the Thanksgiving?
And then they talk to you. Don't talk to me. Go do my drink.
Oh, I tell you.
Kiki says, "Hey, ladies, I'm finally able to watch y'all live." Hey, Kiki.
Hey.
We almost getting ready to go off, Kiki. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm actually doing the last story.
Okay.
Lenora always wants to hear.
Donkey.
Jackass.
Donkey.
It's Donkey of the Day.
I'm sorry. I went to the other name for the
She
donkey.
went right to Jackass. Well, you can tell when people don't cuss a lot. They be trying to say all kind of cuss words, and that's like her worst cuss word.
Okay.
And I can cuss you out like a sailor.
Oh, yeah. Well, why do we say like a sailor?
Because you always think of sailors cussing.
Wow.
Women, this is Donkey of the Day by Charlemagne the God.
Okay.
Lenora always wants to hear who Charlemagne has as the Donkey of the Day on the Breakfast Club.
Okay.
Today he had this woman accused of stabbing man multiple times for not helping her with the bills. Man was bleeding profusely after being stabbed in the neck, back, leg, and hand.
That's not funny. I'm not laughing at him.
You always laugh. That's what I'm saying. You always laugh.
I'm laughing at the fact that she did it because he wasn't paying bills.
A San Antonio woman has been arrested for allegedly stabbing a man multiple times after she accused him of not helping her with the bills, according to court records. Cassandra Gurez, 30, has been charged with aggravated assault. Oh, Gutierrez has been charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and a second-degree felony, Bexar County Jail records show. An arrest warrant affidavit states that Gutierrez and the man went to her apartment on Thursday after drinking at a bar. She became confrontational and accused him of not helping her with the bills.
Oh, okay. She had alcohol in her.
It always starts with alcohol, don't it? Mm-hmm. The confrontation escalated and police said she grabbed a kitchen knife and stabbed the man multiple times.
I think this is the icing on the cake. She was having issues with this man.
The man was stabbed in the neck, right hand, left leg, and back. Dang, he was probably trying to get away.
Yeah.
He ran away and called for help, see? And police officers met him at the apartment's leasing office. He ran all the way to the leasing office.
Oh, wow.
The affidavit states that he was bleeding profusely and blood trail led to the woman's apartment. The man was taken to Brooke Army Medical Center in stable condition.
Okay.
So he better be glad she didn't hit any artery in his neck.
Yeah.
A warrant for her arrest was issued that same day. Records show she was taken into custody on Tuesday and bond to set at $75,000.
This woman, this just didn't happen. This led up to this. Maybe they had issues with these bills not being paid. He don't help. He don't give support.
And let's not forget.
She's probably like fed up.
And let's not forget.
And alcohol put her on the edge.
Thank you. They both was probably drunk out of their minds.
You need to pay the bills. Oh, I don't like you. So
Lenora doing her acting.
Well, they're drunk. So
is that your drunk?
That was my drunk. I'm tired of you. You need to get out. You never pay your bills. I'm tired of this. Oh.
That's not drunk.
What is drunk?
Like that.
No, people have different ways of being drunk. You just that's a Richard Pryor drunk. That's not right. Some people are okay drunk.
Everything's
gonna be all right. They don't slur their words. Some people can hold their liquor, but sometimes they get a little dizzy, maybe.
Okay.
And not slur their words.
All right.
Well, we never know.
Okay. All right. Well, I bet you she was sloppy drunk.
You think?
And they probably got back there, and she probably was asking him to pay her bills, and he didn't want to. And I was mad.
Okay.
But he better.
Her over the edge.
Thank God
she
could have
killed him. Yeah.
But you wanted to know who the donkey of the day was.
Yeah, she's a donkey,
and that's who he gave the donkey of the day.
And you're never gonna get the bill money now.
She gonna have to.
Man ain't paying you.
She need more than bill money. She need all kind of money.
She didn't use the bill money to pay her bail.
And she got $75,000 bail.
You are a donkey. Yeah,
so she's donkey of the day.
Okay, I get it.
All right, so that was it. Mm-hmm. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Mm-hmm. And visit our other new channel for Woods Relax Sleep Sounds. Mm-hmm. Did you listen to it last night? Mm-hmm. Every night you listen to it?
Not every night, no. Mm-hmm.
So no problem, Emerald. Mm-hmm. Thank you, ladies. Mm-hmm. Like, share, subscribe. Always believe. Mm-hmm. And that was another Woods Report. See y'all later.